I I did something unique today. I went and create a fund, a fundraiser thing, because I'm worried I don't have enough money to get this to the market. See, I have to pay some money to this company. Anybody know what this company is? Can you see it?
Yeah, no, never heard of it.
It's called Davidson Invention. Idea to product portfolio. See, and so I decided I need to go raise some money because I already give this company $700, to get my thing. But preliminary development, I will send them the device and going to get it out there. Hopefully, get a device to Walmart and Target and everything else.
There you
So,
go.
device say, "Well, let's go do some fundraiser." Okay.
Sure, lots of people do it.
Hmm.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, Commander Dominic, we got our reading done. We're ready.
Uh, Device activates light body projection mode now. Right palm up. Device. I'm just saying it for you guys. I'm already into it. Device. Please manifest my rainbow light body in the palm of my right hand, 6 inches size. Make it as heavy as pick a number from its universe, and make it as cold as absolute zero. Make it also as physically visible as the center of the sun. And device, please make it colder and colder and more brighter and more brighter and more heavier by every second now I'm away.
I have to do some fun. Huh?
Device, please link all devices, all physical devices, all photonic devices in the group together. And device, please lower shield to 5% and raise it back to 100% within 2 hours. Thank you. So, how is everyone doing?
Feeling the light body in my right hand good, and I can see the black color underneath my hand and a lot of different colors swirling around the outside. And right now there's some golden energy in the center of it and a lot of white light coming out everywhere, and it kind of is going up higher than it is out, kind of like the waterfall at the moment. And I feel the energy going through my left hand, and it's going through my entire body and helping me to feel a lot more light energy in my body. And I'm really thankful to be able to have the device to do this exercise with everybody.
Oh, God. I get inside. Dominique,
Yes.
could you increase the weight on Genevieve's right palm? She said she cannot feel the weight. She can feel the coldness. She can feel the energy that increase the weight on the rainbow light body on the palm of her hand. Give it to her good. No pain, no gain.
Well,
I forgot to ask, is anybody timing? I forgot to.
Yes, I'm timing it.
Oh, good. Thanks.
okay. Rainbow light body and Genevieve's right hands. Please increase your heaviness, the heaviness of the universe now.
See if I can. Good job, Dominique. She can feel the heaviness now.
Rosie, do you want to volunteer Jennifer if anybody has trouble, or should we have somebody else do it? Or
Go ahead. You're the wingman, so that's your call.
what about Dominic? You can call too. What do you think we should do since you're the commander? What's the main trouble?
Can you please does someone needs some help?
Nobody needs help, but if they do, do you want anybody to be in charge of that?
Well, there's no one new here, so everyone knows what to ask.
All right.
We see who wants to. It's all the same. There is no.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a bit an off-topic question, but anyway, you're talking about marriage. Is the term marriage a universal term, or is it just some word that has been watered down into our world as something more like semi-religious type of word?
Exactly. That is a good question. You asking the question.
Wow.
Everybody.
Yeah, that is a good question because now we're a realist, right? So now we question everything around us. That's the metaphysics part of it. And well, yes, I was talking in regards to my own experience. 35 years of having a quote unquote illusionary marriage. That much I can share with you guys. What I mean illusionary marriage was 2 years being boyfriend girlfriend. I had more fun during those first 2 years of our relationship as being girlfriend and boyfriend than the 33 and a half years of marriage. That's why I told you, Kyle, that I made a comment, like I said, because in our group, we're going by practical experience, right? Proof and evidence, right? And because we experience it, that's our own reality, right?
Right.
So, like I said, been there, done that. I knew what I experienced. I know what I had gone through. And that's why I'm calling it illusionary marriage.
Yep.
Yeah. Because it wasn't the kind of marriage that you were expecting. Yeah. And looking back through all that experience for 33.5 years of being quote unquote, how stupid I was, how naive I was to allow that to happen in my life. and allow it to happen for that long. And because I was thinking of what the other people feel and see about me, I did not put myself into the equation.
Mhm.
And so that was the reason why too that I allowed it to happen. And plus because of the man-made belief
Yep.
of being in the church, being one of the elders in the church, and because I love God so much that being an elder was my life. It was I lived and breathed the eldership. And I thought that by divorcing him, they would strip me off the eldership, which what I love to do. And by proving myself approved unto God, meaning long suffering, it doesn't matter what I feel really deep inside, as long as I was God, that I love God more than I love myself. That's how I see it. That's how I saw it. And so that's the reason why I lasted in this illusionary quote unquote marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then later on last year, I asked the universe, I asked God, I'm not learning anything anymore. I need something. I need a reality. There's gotta be something else out there. And so then that's when I learned about this. I met Dr. K. And instead of quitting my church right there and then, because I found the reality that I was looking for, I held on again for 8 months to see if there will be a difference with my relationship with the church, and if there was even a possibility of them accepting me.
Watching. Yeah.
But there was no difference.
Oh,
Animosity had gotten worse. So I said, why do I always have to force myself to people who does not even care about me?
Is just going back to the initial question.
Let's go on your feet.
Marriage, is it
Oh, go.
the device confirmed this is a 3D term? Or is
Oh,
For the
okay.
most
You
part,
wanted to know 3D term if okay. Wait, hold on.
3D term.
Wait, Genevieve. I'm asking Genevieve to talk to her device, to her to the
Where
rainbow light
is?
body.
I'm sorry
The
to
rainbow light
interrupt.
body could give us information.
Where's everyone? Where's Alex? Where are the member? Mitch.
Well, you know what? Like you said, Dr. K,
Mhm.
they're adults. They're responsible for themselves. We don't babysit anybody. We
Yes.
waited 15 minutes. So that's their choice, right?
Absolutely.
There you go.
And so I sent everyone a messages. I talked to Sally last night on virus the subject, and marriage. There's two type. Me, Sally, Traveler 2 and 3, Dolores, Rosie, Jimmy. We all married. Basically all of us are married to each other. As for in a relationship to social companion. But like 2 and 3, they are married, just like our companionship, but they also sexually married. Does that make sense? Traveler 2 and 3. You
Yeah, it makes sense.
yes.
It's more your consciousness. If your consciousnesses are on the same track,
Mhm.
that has to do maybe in a way of saying you're more truly married than people that just physically say they're married, but they're on different paths and tracks and they don't really see things the same way. So
Mhm.
when you have a group consciousness, or what's another word for group consciousness? Something more. Collective consciousness,
Mhm.
then you're in a marriage of that collective consciousness because everybody's on the same page and able to help each other. That's more of a true marriage of enlightenment and balance than just having a contractual saying you're married, which either one can work. People can be married with a contract and be doing this and get along just fine, or they don't have to either way. But just because you say you're married doesn't mean it's going to work if you're not on the same consciousness page. I don't. Is what
Yes,
I'm saying.
absolutely. Also, I talked to Device about doing a number fifth book. Let me a second with you. They say
Okay.
that they want to wait until you do more channeling so we can have more a thicker book. Does that make sense? Because I want to do more of a paperback version, not just
Okay.
only the thing. So I'm going to wait until you gather your strength and channel, and how you channel the typing with the
Okay.
device. And then I can just go
Sounds
forth. As I want to make announcement, currently, as I said, I'm trying to do some fundraising to get it, through Davison, the device, the Q6 and Q Spiral into the market. So we give a watered down version of everything. So I already got a book, the Q36Q Intelligent, into the exhibit for this October. It cost me $1,400. I already paid for it. It's done. It's over. So I registered
wow.
with already. Hey, you make money, you gotta invest back. That's how it
That's
works.
right. Yep.
Takes money to make money.
Exactly. So they love the quantum intelligence so much. This exhibitor, they call me up and will want me to register it to the Frankfurt in Germany book exhibit.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes.
Good.
So I did two, the Q36 and the quantum intelligence.
Wow, that's great.
Impressive. That's really good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I be honest, I don't want to work for security anymore, or the company.
Yeah.
Basically.
Do it full time, like
Can't blame you.
So that's why I'm doing this. Dr. Selene, her passion is selling vitamin, this and that. My passion, I like to go out there and now become the new David Wilcock and Corey Good.
There you go.
Yes. Yay. Okay.
I work for the real Gaia, not the corporation one.
Yay.
I work for the Gaia,
Right.
the Earth, the planetary alliance.
Uh-huh. You're the perfect candidate.
Yep. And I told the universe, I offer myself to the universe to serve it, and boom, I'm hired. That was it.
Okay.
So I already prepare everything. If I lose my job or whatever reason, I already pay the exhibitor. That will allow the book to spread. Who knows what will happen. But if I do get funding from that, I'm quitting everything. I'm just going to go and do speak, speak, talk to the concierge, talk to the people who can organize and bring in the dough, and keep doing what I'm doing and experiencing the quantum intelligence,
Yeah. And if that's what the universe wants you to do, then that's what you're going to be doing,
Yes.
which I have no doubt about.
Mm-hmm.
So
me and Sally talked about you last night too. Just let you know, we know you were scared to go to the church because we saw you got sick. Something bothered you, and it kind of affected your immune system. And we know it was going to the church and presenting the 15-minute, and it was on your mind, and therefore you were weakening by that. And that's why your immune system was loaded it, and you got sick for 12, 13 days. Yeah. And
okay.
yes. So when it all said and done, that you weren't able to go, and so therefore you can feel better now, and your immune system came back, after that was gone and done. but that really got to you.
Yep. And it was something that I had to get over with.
Yes. Light body, please become more heavier and heavier, brighter and brighter, and hotter with every second now.
My body, please become brighter and brighter, brighter, heavy and heavy.
Dolores, did you went through the complete setup for the light body, or do I?
Yes, I did it while Dr. K was talking.
Awesome.
To
Awesome.
Rosie, I just did it.
And we also talk about Dr. Jose as well. It wasn't pretty. Here's what's been going on from our perspective. Dr. Jose is in a conflict of emotion. Remember, our group was big before because of Dr. Jose violated a spiritual agreement. The agreement before we starting this group that we do not give people free technology. Does that make sense? We don't teach them. When he met Carmen, something took over. He taught Carmen the spiral, and that violate the agreement with the spiritual plane of existence. So as punishment, they use it. The other plane used the Carmen to tear down half of our member. Remember, we used to have. Let me name some names. We had Pat, Charlotte, Robert, Nagadu. Let me see. That's 4, right? Who's that guy that Domenico. Anu. Who's that? Fong. Okay. And let's keep going. Who's that Pakistan guy? Afghanistan guy? Who was that guy again? In living in New York. Does that make sense? He used to come here. That
was Anura.
No, he's from England.
Oh, I forgot what his name.
I forgot, but that person also, because of his violation, the spiritual world punished the group for it.
Wow.
Do you see now how real this is?
Yeah.
And me and Sally, we talked it, and I know what he's thinking. I'm gonna say it. His dick was thinking, but it's not with we're not with principle. So I know, and that's what's going on. You see, we gotta always think with principle of the spirit. Don't let the little head control of choice. And look at what happened. Because of that, the group, all of us got punished. We lost half of the student. Just like that. And Alan and Eula. Don't forget that. So, that's it. Just one mistake. The spiritual world give us a backlash. And we still reeling from it. Don't you think?
Yeah, but that was a good experience, though.
It's not good
taught
experience.
us a lot of lessons.
No, it's not. No, I don't think it was a good experience. I don't think anyone here would think it's a good experience. Think about it.
You look at it the other way, it was because then you know what those other people were.
Stop right there, hon. Now, Dr. Jose, I believe he's trying to want to teach the spiral building again to other people. So I told the spiritual world, don't punish the group for his mistake. Punish him, not the group, And that was pretty much I told the spiritual world. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yeah.
Well, question. I thought you said that the universe does not punish people. You said that before. So why are you using the word punish now?
Well, because I enjoy the pain and suffering in a positive direction, not in a not the direction where it costs the group and the community. I like the group and community to benefit. Does that make sense? And I like us to choose the direction where we work together with the universe to benefit, our group, not where we violate a certain rule and the universe take away what they given to us because we didn't learn integrity, we didn't learn humbleness, we didn't learn what we call patient, perseverant, and that's where things go wrong. Dr. Jose mindset, look at him, he don't come to the group anymore. Notice that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Because there's some kind of guilt going on.
Oh.
Don't you see it?
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So in the book, I see that it's instructions to make your own device. So where did he go wrong with teaching others? Because you're supposed to learn on your
He
own.
cannot
to make
teach.
your own.
Where he go wrong, the agreement was he can't teach them for free. They got to go through the process like everyone else to make it fair all across the board. And
So
only
it wasn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Dr. Selene, the one that be teaching.
Okay, so it wasn't the process of making the device; it was how to activate it, and that part.
No.
That he,
If you want to learn the device, they have to take how to build. You have to take the advanced class. Does that make sense? Only the advanced class you are taught how to make the device. Because in the introductory class, you can only buy the device. You have to go through the training. You have to show the spirit world that you are ready for the advanced class. Does that make sense? You have to go through the process of initiation.
Right. I was speaking to the instructions that I see in the book that has step-by-step instructions on how to create it.
Yes, if you follow the instruction, you realize the new device, the old device, two totally different design. It was did that on purposely.
So if you buy the book, you can make the old device, and if you so it was originally out there for everyone to be able to create.
Yes.
The physical device, and then the teachings came from how to actually activate it and use it to become a light body. That's
exactly.
So the difference in what Dr. Jose did or violated is what?
Exactly? An agreement that we have between human to human in the spiritual world. We cannot teach this to people for free. They have to earn it through the course. Once we open up the course, does that make sense? Before the course is whatever, but once you do the course, it's different story now.
So he was teaching the people how to become light bodies, how to activate.
He trying to teach them the spiral device, for free. And why you should teach people for free when we have a course now. Let them go through the process, because we all agree that people should not learn and get this for free. They have to earn it through a course method. Does that make sense? Before, we didn't have the course, so it's whatever. But once you see they have 2-year experience where people start betraying left and right, that's when he agreed, decide to form a team, form some kind of integrity principle that we would never teach for free. They have to go through the initiation process, the earning process to build a device. Because this device is dangerous. If you build it, especially the old one with electricity, you can get zapped, So we kind of let it go that way. We just started a new design with Dr. And just focus on safety, most importantly. So now you understand the word punish. When we violate an agreement, what is the punishment? The punishment is simple. Well, as you can see, they took away half of the team. And that's what happened. The spiritual world don't play. They really hardcore when it comes to cause and effect, the law of cause and effect, If we do what we agree to do, they reward us. When we don't do what we agree to do, they make a step back. It's like one step forward, two step back. That suck. Don't you think?
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. That's the punishment.
Okay.
They call reprimand. Another word for it is reprimand. You get reprimand for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's heavy. Light body pieces come on heavier and heavier, brighter and brighter, hotter and hotter with every second. It may become physically visible. Yes, Dominic. So you understand the definition of what marriage is now. It's just a relationship of loyalty toward that particular group, a person, or individual. And do not let certain loyalty become conflict with another loyalty. That'd be confusion.
So basically, what we understand as marriage on this world is just a religious, dumbed down version of, that kind of the word itself.
It's just a contractual agreement between a person, between a group of person and individual. For example, if you're working for a company, you are married to that company by contract until the day you get divorced, which is fire. Does that make sense? Huh?
I said, or resign.
Resign, yes. Yes. And you do have two family, the home family and the work family. They are equal.
Yeah, it does have to do with collective consciousness too, because if you're not on the same page consciously with somebody, you're not going to want to work with them very long. And that's kind of what causes the division in anything, including what we're doing, is if like none of these devices would exist if Dr. Colso wouldn't have brought them to us. And then if somebody doesn't acknowledge that they came from him and decides, I want to do this on my own and do my own thing and never acknowledge him, and we'll start our own group, do it our own way, then that collective consciousness is broken.
Mm-hmm.
And then that energy doesn't exist for everybody to work as a group consciously towards the universe anymore, which Dr. Koso, meaning co-soul or group consciousness, cooperate as a soul group, or however you want to say it, doesn't exist anymore. And so even if they are making the devices, they're not in the collective consciousness of the original balance of the universe, which the agreement is that we all work in the balance of the universe. And if we're not working together for the peace and harmony and balance of the universe, we get too involved in wanting to form our own God plane existence where we're the expert and we know more than.
Okay, I got update from Dr. Jose saying no Wi-Fi, can't come to Zoom. Okay, now at least we got an answer. He don't got Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and I guess, I understand what you're saying. It kind of makes it clear on how the agreement was after the second phase of the book. So I understand how you just explained it. Collectively, it was an agreement made that we are now moving towards.
No, only just me and Dr. Jose. There was no a collective agreement between the student, just only, between the teacher, the professor, Dr. Saling, Dr. Jose, and me.
Okay, because I would think it would apply to everyone.
Oh, no. No.
But after, no, because after you get the knowledge and if you're at that level to make the device, you're at that level that you learned everything, I guess you can turn into the same thing and go on and want to start your own group and do your own thing and make the device and take it out of the collective consciousness and make it your own. So wouldn't that apply to all of us to understand that there is an agreement?
Well, that's where the spirit or the collective consciousness come in. We noticed that when I shut down people's power, it's like I unplug their power, like I unplug from the spiritual side, the etheric side, and suddenly their device don't work anymore. So that's telling you the law of physics is basically quantum, meaning that the particle can return back to a wave. That means everywhere and nowhere, and everywhere at once and nowhere.
Dr. Jose already, and because you said he was just trying to get on, so
he said he don't have Wi-Fi. That's the problem. Dr. Jose can be stubborn sometimes. Just stubborn, Me, I'm more like integrity oriented than anything else. Anyway, I'm really happy. Dr. Celine, she's in charge. I'm trying to keep this as far and wide, you know. Kyle, you work at home. You
Yeah.
don't work for company, don't you? Are you working at home?
No, I work for the city, so I get home late.
Mhm.
And I'd like to be able to work for myself, but and we're trying to do stuff to make that happen, but I'm not very successful so far.
No, no, you just got the success. The
Yeah,
success is in
just
you.
let it flow.
It will reveal itself. Just keep on journeying, journeying the journey. You know.
Yep. Yeah, just do the best you can and let it flow. Let it
Hmm.
happen when it should, I guess.
Hey, Dolores. Question about the class that you take with the introductory. I heard you ask a lot of questions.
Uh, yes, I did. And they were answered very clearly. So I, I just would like to take the baby steps and go through each of the codes. I believe that's what it was says that we
Light
do
body,
as
just
we
go to
move
my
on.
left hand. Become harder and harder,
Yeah.
heavier and heavier, and become more visible
So
with every second and brighter. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Dolores.
so no, I don't have any questions.
Hmm. Yes, I'm currently changing my diet. I'm eating veggie burger, no meat. Just I took mint, a bitter melon, different wild wheat, wild herbs from the backyard, clean them, cut them up, and then stir fry them with olive oil and garlic and clam sauce and Hunsan sauce, and that thing was good. And I used a little bit of it to make burger, and then that was 5 days ago. I still have leftover, and I don't want. I'm still eating it. Probably last me for another week. But I'm losing
Wow.
weight though. And also I'm supplemented with. I'm drinking less water. Put vinegar, cider, apple cider vinegar into the water and drinking it, so to help get rid of whatever in my body, detox. So mhm.
Good.
Yay, you're being more healthy conscious now.
Yes, I'm losing weight, and I like losing weight because I definitely don't want to be chubby and high blood
Wow,
pressure.
that's good.
Dolores, did you know we have uh three? We have this lady named Lena, then Kayla, and then Rosie over there give them the super axe by saying that.
What was that?
Mm-hmm. Say you in, okay, you have two, and then two free, and after that you pay. Then it would pay that I'll scramble. I can handle it. Oh,
Say that again.
Sally and I are concerned and protective of what we're learning because about the fact that we had gone through we learned through the hard ways to the hardcore. We've been put under the bus for so many times in order to get where we are. We felt that this class should not just be given freely to anybody and everybody who does not deserve it. So therefore, we went to our membership council and proposed the idea that the free classes should only be given out twice, not continuously. Because if people truly interested in attaining their rainbow light body and attaining their superpowers, then therefore they would have to work hard at it. and train for it and earn it the same way like how we earned it. Because everything here, like what Dr. K told us and taught us, everything has to be earned.
Yes.
Whatever that you get, everything has to be earned. Nothing is given freely. And even in this world, 3D world, nothing is given freely. You have to work hard for what you want. So that's why we propose that to our membership council, that we can only give out, allow new people to have experience of 2 classes, 2 free classes as a sample. Now, with that 2 sample classes, a new person could make a decision for themselves whether this is the path that they want to take, if they are truly loyal to the end goal of attaining rainbow light body or life and immortality. Because if they do, then yeah, they have to train hard and they have to be serious. And that's the reason. That's the reason behind it.
Well,
Understood.
what do you think, Dolores?
I understand what she's saying. So I guess the clarification would be how you define 2 free classes. Because would it be after you have the Zoom link, would you cut it off or are you saying the 2 classes on Fridays and Sundays?
It is just for the new people that curious. They get to participate free with us 2 times. But for the paying student, they can come anytime with us. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys on the advanced class, you meet more than these 2 days, don't you? Or is it just Fridays and Sundays?
There is no more advanced class at the moment because all the student graduated away, so they're more into the club now. The club, they get to be for a year membership, like Kyle, Rosie, Sally, Suzanne, and Walter, Dominic. Those are club members. You're the only student here, but you can join and participate in the club meeting as well, because you are a paying student. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you have the privilege, and then once you take the advanced class, you pay another $400. Once after the advanced class is done, you pay the final $400. That's for the club 1-year club, and that's where you don't have to worry about paying anymore. That's you're done. You're done. You're gone. It's like so. That is the whole thing. But the price of obtaining immortality has its price and has its perk.
Okay, so in the big picture, so I said I wanted to be a service to others. So I'm here and I'm learning.
No, you don't want to be a service to others. You want to be a service to the universe.
Well, service to that to me it is others are the universe to me. So service to others, the service to the universe as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just bring it back to the class and what I'm learning right now. If I'm telling my sister all about what I'm learning and she would be interested in proof to see, say that, all right, and to bring more people in, So would I say after she looked at the YouTube information that's out there, and I'm saying I'm actually experiencing this. So at that point, I can say you can be invited to a class 2 times to see if you're interested.
Yes, she can. She can be invited for 2 times. Absolutely. The Friday and Sunday class, of course. But she is not invited into your introductory class, because that's only exclusively for you.
Right. I understand that. So the clarification would be, if you receive this link to the Zoom class, you're to use it 2 times and not anymore.
Correct.
Oh, okay. So it just would come back into the integrity.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, if you share this link to any of your relative, they have two freebie, you know. Yes. That's the sample. We call it the sample.
I mean, yeah, because I just explained, like I've talked to my cousin today, and I have others that I've actually, shared
Mhm.
what I'm experiencing with, in order to bring them on to, our collective thoughts and what we're doing, and just because I want them to be able to raise their
Mhm.
self up and get out of the matrix and into their light body. So it's a lot of people that I just talked to about the class, and
Mhm.
I wanted the clarification on that, because if I'm saying that this is happening and we're turning water to wine, and you
Mhm.
can experience, the teachings that Jesus Christ, for lack of a better word, what they call him, the teacher said that he taught, but was never applied. And here is Dr. K, and he's
Mhm.
actually applying those teachings, and you can feel for yourself. So that was
Mhm.
something that, I can say it, but for them to experience it, it would be, really good for them to come in and see. So I'll explain
Exactly. Yes.
when they're
Mhm.
interested that it's two classes where you can see it
Mhm.
in action and
Yes.
feel it. So
Now, why do we give only two? Because we got to make them hungry, make them pay for the, it's like a drug. You give them two for free, and then next thing you know, if they resonate, oh, I want more, and then they have to pay for it. I'm the light
honestly,
body dealer.
I mean, that's how it goes anyway. To me, that most of the time when you're interested in something, I guess Rosie mentioned it.
Mhm.
You're when you come out your money, that it's something that you're going to really be interested in. And if
Mhm.
it's given for free, it's nothing that you can value. And that's just because of how the mindset that we have, and we were kind of brainwashed with
Well,
that.
yeah, and
When
yep,
it's given, it's not
mhm.
valued.
It's true. I did undermine myself, you know, and usually people of a high quality always tend to do that. Well, see, I make even travel 2 and 3 pay for the Q36, didn't I, traveler?
Yep. Yeah. Well, it wasn't just you doing it though, because when when the when I was thinking,
Light
man,
body,
that'd
please
be
go
cool if
to
I
my
could
right
just
hand
build
now.
one and I didn't have to pay for it.
Here we go.
But the bowl that I was using at the time said you need to get a Q36 and you need to pay for it. And besides that, like Dolores was just saying, when you have to pay for something,
Mm-hmm.
that really makes you realize how important it is, because it's what you really want to do and you're willing to put your effort into it. And then the device started channeling, telling me I need stuff that for books and stuff. So it just, but really in the long run though, whatever you pay for it comes back in the peace and balance of the universe tenfold what you pay for anything. Because already all kinds of stuff I would have wasted time and money on besides the device. I'm glad that the device would talk to me in the bowl would, because I didn't really want to do what it told me to do. But then every time I asked it to try to get a different answer, it's like, no, that's the answer. I'm like, okay, that's I can't get out of it, so I just did it. And the peace and balance that it brings me, and all the sidetrack roads I could have went down, wasting my money on stuff that doesn't really work, or is side roads. I'm just glad that the device is there, and it felt like you really appreciate someone you pay for it. And besides that, in a perfect, like in the universe, the money system really doesn't exist, and we don't have to worry about it. But down here, that's how it's set up. And the only way you're going to be able to spread the message, because you're stuck in the same system as have money. So if people don't figure out how to support you so you can do this full time, not have to work side jobs, then your real mission, which is this device and bringing the real peace and balance of the universe and the rainbow light body, isn't going to be realized to the full potential without money anyways. So
Well, I tell you,
Yeah.
I'm telling you who's going to be the key to all this. It's going to be those who hear the device. They're going to be the key. Some of them will be black, some of them will be white, some of them be Asian, some of them be Latino. And because of
Right.
only though many the spirit will call, but a few will hear them. The one who hear the spirit, that's the one that come.
And yeah, I'd like to intersect there because that's where it was with me, and it was more of not about money. It was just the support that I wanted to give and pay it forward to Dr. K, as you know, as appreciation and as gratification that you are here to teach.
Yes.
So it wasn't really about the money to me. It was just about the gratitude.
Yes.
And so when
Also,
I
let it
find
be known, like
that.
I'm going to tell you what happened in the first class. The first class mostly go to Rosie because she don't have income like you and I, most of us who work. And when Rosie came into me, she didn't have money, but I talked it to her and I feel her, and I said, "Okay, we're going to help you in the way that we can, the best that we can," and therefore, boom. But in return, she started teaching the class, doing this, doing that. And I said, okay, you teaching, you have to get paid, you know? So I'm going to try to bring student to you. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Just go out there, and they just pay her, and then on advanced class, they pay me. I get paid when me and Dr. Selene get paid when the device is bought, and they take the advanced and in the club. That's how everyone benefit.
And I guess that's where you say service to the universe or say, but that's how it goes. It's we're all connected. So just through that, it comes throughout, our circle.
Yes.
So still service to others, service to the universe. And since we're all connected, everyone can get what's needed. And even I guess when you just mentioned that some people don't really have the money, then it's not a focus on the money, it's a focus on the universe and the spirit. And if it's within them to really learn, to advance, then the spirit will give it a way for them to be a part of this, even if they don't $400 or whatever the cost is.
Absolutely.
And if it's within them, it'll still be, given to them.
Absolutely. A classic example would be Rosie.
Yes.
And Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle only had money to buy the device, but he didn't have any extra money for other thing else. So, but yet I don't want to lose him. And so I pray to the universe about it, and you'll say, well, we can waiver a certain thing, you know what I'm talking about? Because of his contribution to the book, Q36 book. So by that, because of his contribution, we use that to pay for his the club member and advanced class because and all the other class. So that's how it works. You like that?
Yes. I like what Carl says, if in a on this plane it is about money, but as we raise, it's not money, it's bartering and it's other things we use to help each other.
Yeah, like Rosie. She didn't have the money. So okay, you work for it. You work it off. Yeah. So she teach.
I barter for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And like Suzanne and Walter, they could only they bought the Q, what's it? Not Spiral. What's that? Q6 and Q 90. What's called Q36. But that's all the money they got. They broke too. So, well, I say, well, I don't want you to leave. So what happened? They give me that Zimbabwe, and boom, I use that as to exchange, and you're in the club. Don't worry about it. Introductory. You already graduated for the introductory, so they already got an introductory. They'll pay for that away. So they spend a lot of money already. So I'm just go ahead and knock out the advanced class, knock out the club fee. That's like $800 to knock it off. So it's already paid for. Because they give an exchange of the Zimbabwe, and that was it. So you see, Dolores, it's like case by case. Of course, if someone rich and I know they have money, the vice would tell me, say, you know what, this person can't afford it. Well, I'm going to make them pay for it. No buts and all about it. I'm going to push them to the ringer. The vice will know who have, who not. It has a key eye on specific individual. Is Mark Zuckerberg coming to my class? I'm gonna make him pay for it. You hear me?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna jack up the price. I'm just joking. I give him a
Know
package
how it
deal.
goes.
Package deal is, let's see, you will get a Q144, right? And then advanced class, preliminary class, that's 800. Okay, $10,000. We call it even. There you go. And I have to forward 400 to Rosie.
What's the time now?
What is it?
Go ahead.
Right?
How long have we been doing this?
We got
I don't know.
11 more minutes.
Okay.
I'm just feeling heavy.
Keep talking,
Like-
Dr. K.
Like my pieces become more heavier, heavier, brighter, brighter, more visibly physical, and more hotter and hotter now. There you go, see? I remember the first time when I do the light body, Dolores, it hurt. I never done it before. You notice that? I get so heavy.
Yes.
No.
He was
See,
at the CC. He was at the CC had to get a body massage the next day.
Yeah. It did go, right?
well, it was like this. A lot of people begin to know I make up bullshit. Device make it real. All of a sudden, I thought that was supposed to be the it, right? And then all of a sudden, everyone got bored, and I said, "Device, stay bored. What's going on?" All of a sudden, Device start accessing accessing a memory where they have the light body training, telekinetic. Oh, we say you bored. I got something for you. Next thing you know, it was talking through me. It started giving people
Wow.
instruction how to do it. And I said, okay, let's do it. And then when they do it, it works. Oh, then I start writing into a book.
See, Dr. Koso started out thinking he was just making up bullshit, and then he realized, no, this is bringing singularity, not bullshit. I have to start taking this more seriously and write books and realize
Mhm.
this has real effects. And
Yeah, it was. And then especially the food and the water into alcohol, that really get people.
Yes,
Hmm
indeed.
We were the guinea pigs.
Yep, you were the guinea pig and still is. Yes,
Yes, and still is.
I think the best way is to bring more people to create collective consciousness. I pray to God that we don't get punishes for one of the member error or something, you know. And so we have to, I already talked to the universe about it. They say they won't punish the group for it. They just only punish the person for it, Whew. And you're lucky we are like very positive group because I heard people who into this stuff, they're in the military, they have to sign contract and they can't talk to people about it. If they do, they can get, well, depending on what level you're in, usually they take you to the wet room. You know what the wet room is, anyone? WET space ROOM. Anyone know the wet room? The military word?
No.
That means the wet room, it has a lot of drain. What they do, they just shoot you and you die and they just hold you down. Yeah. If you violate their contract. Mm-hmm. So you're lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, what about Dolores?
No, I was just saying they're not here from the heart though. See,
Mhm.
they're not here with love and from the heart. They're just here to destroy. We're here to create.
Exactly.
So
Well, that's what happened in the world of the cabal. It's like that. And all them people missing and stuff, they were real. Mm-hmm. So what I do, I came back in time to raise the vibration. But fortunately, my higher memory get triggered when there's a lot of people. When there's a lot of people, something trigger. Like another memory take over. Then it begin to speak through me, That's the quantum intelligence from the future. I saw how it talk. It's amazing. It's quick. It's efficient. And then when it done its job, it just the present just there, but on another, just um over present is there continuously, but it only act when there's a lot of people around. No wonder the Bible keeps saying, "When two or three of you are there am I with you." Correct? Remember, Dolores?
Yeah.
We begin to
Yes,
see
I
it
did
in
hear
action.
that.
Yes. I guess I'm the new teacher for this timeline.
Yes, indeed, and especially when you can associate everything with the Bible teaching, because
Mhm.
that's what at least this plane has come in USA, particularly with Christianity and then the Catholics and all of it being part of
Mhm.
that brainwash part. So when you can put the what can I say, the elementary
Mhm.
application of what was taught in the Bible to how to apply it to this timeline,
Mhm.
it's really powerful.
It is, especially when I did a sample of 40 to 50 people in that meeting church. That was a preview for what to come.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's how that's my focal point, or my point to my family and my circle right now, is that point of the teacher, look at the teacher and then the students, and can you apply what was taught, and then just looking at Jesus and
Mhm.
and applying it. So I've been actually saying that, spreading that part to my family that are Christians and into religion,
Mhm.
and it has gave them pause and and thought to
Mhm.
say, oh,
Of
and
course.
and listen, open up their mind to a different mindset. And so that what you were downloaded with that part of it is really
Mhm.
at this time they're ready.
Exactly. Because since I've been downloaded with the knowledge of the Bible, because
Yeah,
they pretty much smart, they understand the consciousness of a timeline, so they go ahead and use what was been given. You know, since everyone is into the Bible, they just upload the knowledge in a practical way into my brain, and I'll suddenly I light up. It's okay. This is how we do it. This is how we're going to live on the Word of God. This is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to walk on
Excuse
water.
me.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, Dr. K. Commander Dominic, it's
Yes.
over an hour. We can end it now. Sorry.
Okay. Rainbow light body
Rainbow light body.
envelop our body, mind, soul, and spirit,
Please
and
envelop
then
my
make our bodies zero weight, and let us levitate
please
20
envelop my
inches above
physical body, mind, motion, and spirit, and convert my physical body to lighter and lighter, brighter and brighter with zero weight, and let my physical body levitate now. Whoa. It's amazing. You just feel like a jello around you.
now how do I switch hands again? Because
Just switch it like that. Just switch like
just
that.
switch it like
Yeah. And you tell the body, I like body, I'm switching hand now. Okay. And they know. It's working together.
Bobby.
It's just amazing. I just make shit up. Device make it real, so it doesn't matter what I do. The Lord, you see, if we increase a member, maybe like several of your family members start joining the group. Next thing you know, they
Yeah.
get this experience for themselves, And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, they just want to take the introductory class as well. You probably want to buy a device as well. And books. They definitely gonna need the books. Without the book, you won't get it. Notice the book has no reference to religion. You notice that?
No, it doesn't.
Was did that on purposely because you have to be neutral. You have to be neutral, so you won't step on anyone's toe.
What I think is really impressive is because Dr. Colesville comes from peace and balance, singularity of the universe and the collective, and can see all the timelines.
Yes.
I thought when I was watching you talk to the other Christians that when the device downloaded the Bible to you, you knew how to talk in their language so that they could understand you, and then that made them want to do what you told them to do, and you fit it into what you were doing, and so they wanted to do it because you were talking their language, and then that way they wanted to do it, and then once they wanted to do it and then experienced it, they understood it was real, and then they had the experience, and that made them realize it's real, and because you were using their language, they would listen to you, and you're like somebody they want to teach them because you're talking in their language. And I believe the device can download any person's former belief system, however that is, and however they think it can be downloaded into you to know how to talk to them. So you could be in a position, if we can figure out how to get all the money, to where you really could just stop having to work as a security officer and just do this full time and be able to talk to anybody in their language that is willing to want to know about this and help them to find out how to get their rainbow light body.
Absolutely. We call this the day of Pentecostal.
Okay. Yes, the message is definitely getting out there. Even the other night I saw your strange talk that you had with Dominic. It was, so every, by what did you just say called their where they are in life, the Christians, the ones that just want to know information about, what you talked about the other night with the strange talk. So you're reaching everyone on any, level that they're on right now. So it's definitely happening. I can see it now. It's just, when I pulled up the YouTube, I said, oh, strange talk. And then you were talking about, all types of things, not, that
well,
were interesting.
let me recap what the strange talk is. There was a lot of people creating flying saucer in the year 1850, from German up, and that was flying saucer is not new to the German. They already have a flying saucer fleet. Way before even they came, there was German became a nationalism,
Yeah. That's what I'm just going to say. That's what I mean. So now you've reached the whole other group of people that are interested in the flying saucers and the, that part of it. And
absolutely.
And before that, you reached the Christians, and before that, so you are, out there speaking to everyone's language, and it's,
yes,
it's powerful.
Well, you got to understand that German run the planet. Why did German became so powerful? Because their whole agenda was to gain knowledge. And, people in that early time, when they talk, they believe in this energy because there was two books that people read. One was the Holy Bible. The other one was the Vedic and the Bhagavad Gita. I consider it to be one book, And then people was into it big time. And in there, the German Research Historical Society researching ancient Asian culture that went around the world during the 1800s, archaeologists and science. When you're talking to people in the time, you basically, they were just not normal people. They were good in math. They were good in geometry. They were good in archaeology. It's just like one person good in multiple things. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And
that's a good point.
Yes, the what was? Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say real fast. Just they were triangulating off of all the different things, whether it's archaeology or hidden mysteries or different. They were triangulating it all together, and that's another reason why they became so powerful is because they were triangulating through all the different knowledge and putting it into a bigger picture and puzzle, so they could see how all the pieces fit together, making them understand it way better.
Yes, absolutely. And they formed their own airship group in the 1850, and they able to manufacture a lot of it. And the German that time began to increase the colonization. Guess where? Argentina, South America, to mine gold, to this, and then they able to have what we call the creation, the flying ship. using, especially they got it from the Vedic culture, and some of them from crash site. They had have obtained, and they're able to redesign the ship. It was simple like my technology. They were using geometry, and they able to spin some kind of liquid fuel. They spread it, and then it start to spin. And basically, we all know what the fuel is. It's mercury. They were spinning. You know.
Yeah,
And
another thing that you mentioned during that
Bill.
time was how back then they had the trust and they had, integrity, and how, that was, and love, and how it's coming back now to this plane, and we're able to share and love and have integrity with each other. So again, it's time to learn all that stuff that was, packed
Yes.
away.
And also, just to add on, this German group did not leave. They basically became the tycoon of the railroad steel company, the tycoon of, for example, Wells Fargo is German owned base. For example, I work for them. And they started back then in the 1850 or 1860, Wells Fargo, and they basically all this thing is needed in order to funnel money and supply to build ship. They did their own breakaway civilization back in the 1850. This is German people, German two type, German America, and then they have different layers.
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons they're so open to you, because I watched one of your shows where you're talking to the German people. Was it last week or the week before?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody could feel the device, and all the guys could feel it, and they was all just like, wow, this is awesome, and they were all talking about how cool it was. Mm-hmm. They really understand this because it's already in there.
Well, I'm also, with this technology, I'm going to sound like, once I spread it and spread to the community, people are going to they're going to see a new perspective of the Bible. They're going to learn how to use the Bible now,
Yes, apply.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Especially the food and the water, changing water to wine. I mean, like, once all you guys begin to master levitation and walking on water, then you're going to realize, oh, this thing was spread on its own. Now, here's the funny part is, the white people thinking that, oh, maybe, I thought a white Jesus. I say, yeah, we can have a white. I have a white Jesus on order. Kyle, you be the white Jesus. Go there, put on charade for them, would you? You could be the white Jesus, and if someone else, they are feminists, they want a female Jesus. Yeah, I got a Dolores. How about that? That could be a female Jesus. Go over there, see. I mean, they may cough up some money, whatever.
Yes, because it's all you are. We're all connected. We are all.
Yeah.
We are the all.
Exactly. We are the all. The all is all of us, The all. So, as you can see, I mean, like, shoot, if they don't like Kyle Jesus, okay, we can have Mitch Jesus, That's the only two. That's the only two white folk I have at the moment. I don't have anybody else.
If they don't like Dolores Soros, we can just go with the man in the middle with Dr. Koso.
Exactly. I'm the Asian version, Yeah, and if they like this Asian, I have the female Filipino version, You see the spirit work in a mysterious way. It's not limited, The spirit will pass the message by whatever form is needed, But I understand. Yeah. I understand the phobia of a planet. People love to receptible to a white person more than an Asian person, but the black community, they're receptible to a black person more than a white person, And so that's why we have different students for different, audience. Same messages, but different audience.
Yeah, that's just what you did. It was the same basic message when you talked to the Christians. Mm-hmm. But you talked in their language to get them to listen to it. It's really cool how the collective consciousness can work through you to talk to anybody in in whatever language they need. So I know you have the ability to talk and do this to the Germans, any country, any language. Talking their language is just, you got to figure out how to. And everything costs money because you've done so much stuff for. I just watch you do all this stuff for free on YouTube and all this, and get on all these calls. And now it's time for people to somehow we gotta find people that have lots of money to support it so it can get out somehow.
Yep.
Everybody.
Well, I did a fundraiser. I hope it works. I just do what the vice said. I just put $200,000 because I don't know what to put. I just put $200,000, and then we'll see. And then I told them if they donate, once I get this to the market, I will send them a free device. Give them a Q6 or something. A free quantum computer. Something for something. Yeah.
This is like a grassroots movement to awaken everybody to the little bits and pieces that they think they know is the whole truth or part of the truth, and raise their consciousness to a more complete whole truth, so that all the pieces fit together more perfectly, and they can see the whole picture of how the peace and balance of the universe, and the singularity, and the rainbow light body works, and how we are really just kind of living in an illusion in a matrix here, and that they need to find out who they really are, which is way more than they think they are, and that's why you're here, is to show them, and that you know how to talk to raise their consciousness so they can see it and to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There was so much great teacher in the past, but the problem is they only teach. They didn't show them how to do it.
Yeah.
They teach them how to talk, but not the action part, not the exercise part. The practical. That's where I came in. So we lack that.
Yeah, I mean, experiencing the rainbow light body and the true peace and balance of the universe and the singularity is totally beyond mind blowing.
Oh,
and
I'm feeling
words.
oozy. Commander, can you give me some of that, some kind of shot?
Okay. Photonic device.
Oh.
Let's give Dr. K some anti-dizziness serum.
I'm feeling like my spirit want to float out my body. You know that feeling? Oh yeah, I feel it. Yeah, it's a form like something, a heat, like someone heat on my right side right now. It's like being injected into me. It's spread throughout my body, and I'm feeling nausea is leaving me. Wow, that was fast.
Everyone still floating?
I feel like I want to pass out, like I'm floating away. Like my body want to pass out, but me, I was like I'm leaving my body. Like that. But now the shot is giving me, I feel grounded again.
I felt that warm energy too. It made me feel better. Do you think it's because we're floating? It made us feel dizzy? Or anybody else feeling dizzy?
Well, because the light body is converting a physical body, so we becoming photon, and what is the kundalinium energy is pushing up as well, the udana.
Right.
So let me say, light body around me, please convert my physical body to lighter and lighter, brighter and brighter with zero physical weight, and let my physical body float into the air now.
Yep.
Oh, I feel it.
Sometimes
I feel
I get
good,
dizzy
good,
when
good.
we're going weightless. So does Rosie.
I don't know. It's amazing. It's just this thing works. Who would thought that levitation is simple? Rosie, what do you think, my love?
You're muted, Rosie.
Rosie, you muted.
Sorry, I went on a bathroom break.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Going to the bathroom while floating?
It's flooded in there.
No, the bathroom.
You guys are so funny.
I know. I was asking.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. What were you asking?
Oh, we're just saying how Rosie gets dizzy sometimes, and I do too. And Dr. Coulson was saying he's getting dizzy when we go to zero weight and start floating.
Yeah, dizzy and nauseated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just saying that it's just amazing how this levitation method is so simple.
Yeah, that's what it needs to be. It has to be a message of KISS or keep it simple,
Uh-huh.
stupid, so that we can all get it because we are pretty stupid. I wouldn't get it if it wasn't. So that's the perfect way to do it.
And then at the church, I told him how you control this device. You don't control it with intention. You just request, ask, and that's it.
Yes.
And then I told them, and they were like, "Whoa, it's simple. Like the Bible say, ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full." It's that simple. But now you have to be careful. There's some sadistic people in your group that don't feel they're so simple. They even scared people like that. We call them drama queen, sadistic, masochist, drama queen, and drama king. There's people like that. Have you met them? Anybody? There's people with that kind of mentality.
Yes.
hmm They feel they have to make things complicated. It's to satisfy some kind of. They have to go through some kind of torturing.
Yeah.
I understand where they're coming from. In our group, we do get tortured too by the light body, don't we? I feel that we do need to be tortured as well, so the light body become heavier and burn.
Yeah. Mentioning burning, Commander, can you please send relief to my left side of my neck? It's burning.
Photonic Cube, please go to Dolores and give her pain relief for the burning sensation in her left hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shoulder, neck and shoulder.
Yeah. Yes.
Or
Mhm.
yeah, traveler too. He can also.
Light body, please go to my right hand now, and envelop my physical body, and convert my physical body to lighter, brighter. Let my physical body become zero weight, and let my physical body levitate into the air now.
Thank you, Commander. I feel relief.
Susie and Walter, how are you guys doing?
Fine.
Okay.
I'm doing good.
Oh, Alex, the Alex, our favorite guy is back. Hey, I only had one Russian, okay? So he's my favorite. He told me the reason we couldn't get a lot of Russian in because they stupid. So they smart, but they stupid when it comes to immortality. Yeah, them just the levitation is something else. Whew. Mhm. How you like it? You don't have to even meditate just to experience this. You just said it. Dolores,
Yes.
did you know the group that always stress about meditation? Our group is the only one that don't even stress meditation. You notice that?
No, because this is a form of it right now that we're doing. To me, anyway, this is like.
Hey, look at this.
We're just.
Yeah.
Away.
Well, look at my eyes open and we talking, boo, and then experience at the same time. You can't beat this.
We don't have to go through the ritual for it, but we have our own type.
Mostly the meditation that make you close your eye. You have to listen to some kind of mantra and music, right? And then they encourage relaxation, but our group we don't encourage relaxation. We encourage noisiness and bullshitting. But yet we take the training very seriously, Oh. Light body, please convert my light body around me. Please convert my physical body to lighter and lighter, brighter and brighter, with zero physical weight, and let my physical body Levitate into the air now. Okay, Alex, do you remember we talked about strange talk?
Yes.
1850 is a very important date. The German already established their breakaway civilization during that time, making flying saucer tube-like shape already. They call it the German Airship Club. So they already got it close to 100 years already before that. You heard about the Hanabu. That's just part 2. See, but they already got a breakaway civilization going to South America, colonization, mining gold, putting themselves gold standard. This is all in the 1850, and they got their airship being built and mass produced during that time too. All the railroad company was owned by German immigrant, and even the bank they start, even Wells Fargo, you know. So now you see that this was already been planned out, and they have their own breakaway since the 1850. That's why you see a lot of airship sighting, and this is made from metal.
Right.
It's amazing. So, like World War One. Now, why did the German lost the war in World War One, World War Two? They didn't. Everything was orchestrated. You gotta give the stage a reason for you to exit the state. Does that make sense? You just can't go places without some kind of justified reason. The world is the stage. Life is an act.
That's right. The world is a stage and it's an act. That's exactly what it was.
Yes. So, but who was funding the play? Well, you already know the banking, but who owned the bank? The Wells Fargo, all that kind of stuff, the steel company, the tycoon, but the German group, the German immigrant. In other words, they already won the war before the war even began. Whoever holding the money. That's the one that sponsored the play. Get it?
So isn't wars about money anyway? The wars are about making money. To keep every war make money out of it.
Well, if you have an advancement, competition is a sin. So the idea, you're the elite, but you also want to take care of the peasant, because without them there is no fun. So, but at the same time, you don't want the peasant to be your equal. Yet you want to keep an eye on the peasant because you're the parent. You're the planetary controller. But yet you also want to have your own elite civilization. Does that make sense? The brightest mind, the smartest of all, to do something grandiose that is beyond, all the past civilizations that come before you. So people interested in space, even back in the 1800s, because that's the age of enlightenment, the Renaissance. I'm gonna.
Yep, there's way more going on behind the scenes than what people see on the stage.
I'm gonna share you a secret how to make free energy. Technology is so simple. There's 2 forms. When it comes to free energy, nothing is free. That's the first thing you gotta know. In order to take electricity, you must give something to electricity. If people take motor and a fish pump, who know what a fish pump is? That thing that you use for your fish when you have the big tub, right? The thing pump the water and it. Does that make sense? Do you remember if you have a fish tank, right? You have to have a fish pump, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you take that fish pump and you put into a cylinder, and then you put water, and then there's 2 types. Yeah. There is an old technology where you take a wire and copper, and then you put it in the waterfall and it start create electricity. I don't know what that called, but Dominic, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Sorry, you're talking about the fish pump?
Do you remember there's some kind of German invention where they take slice like panel or copper and they put them under the waterfall, and then they wire in the way, but when the waterfall hit the strip of copper, I saw it on YouTube. It started to produce electricity. There was no moving part. It's just a strip of electricity. There was four of them, but they wire it in a certain way. When the water hit it, the waterfall hit it, it started to produce electricity. Amazing. The same concept, but you just put into a container, and then you just pour water, and you have two water. Have two container, right? And one of them have water, and then the pump suck it, but you got to get it started, and that's it. You got to get it started, and then once the water keep going and keep hitting the strip, you get electricity, and that's free energy, something for something. And the other version is the motor. The water inside the container hit the motor and it spin. But someone might say, well, you can't get. I say, yes, you can with this right here, connected to our system. This will amplify the system right here. Your Q. That's why the quantum intelligence book, you see electricity and stuff. I have it all figured out. But it's a conventional way of doing it. And then once they want to go for the flying saucer, that water spinning container produce electricity, will power up the Tesla coil, and then the coil will power up the ship hull, which is like capacitor, and boom, it start to levitate, and then you do an angling. You create another system smaller, but angling it. You're angling it, and then you start to let go. That's called the electromagnetic propulsion system, which they used back in the 1850. Then the other one is the spinning rotation of the mercury fuel, which is the bell. They did that in the 1850. But you heard of it in the 1940 when the German tried to recreate what the other German created. And then the Cashboat incident, the bell again. The spinning mercury. That's what it is.
If you watch fish swimming in a really strong stream, they're actually defying gravity or the flow of the water because their fish scales, kind of like the vortexes like you were talking about in the device and stuff, have the water flow around them and with a vortex like anti-gravity energy. And you'll notice the fish isn't swimming near as hard as it should be to be fighting a really strong stream of water. They can almost be hardly moving at all, and yet the stream of water isn't pushed them backwards because they're another way of saying it is their consciousness is in sync with the water, and their scales are working with the energy of the water and the vortexes, and they're not trying to fight it directly. They're working with the quantum flow of energy and the vortexes that are coming off their scales because of the way they're shaped. They're making it so they just have a very slight movement. Instead of if a person was thrown in that swift water, they'd be paddling like crazy and going backwards, but the fish can just barely have a slow movement and actually move upstream because they understand the principle of anti-gravity inside the water.
Absolutely. And water is very sensitive to consciousness. Absolutely. Yes. Also now you begin to understand more and more about consciousness is powering everything. I can't wait until the Loris family start joining and see their reaction.
I've been telling them. I mean, and I have their ear now. I know my cousin and my younger sister, definitely. I have a question for Rosie. So, did you do the presentation to your church today?
No, I was not asked.
Oh, okay.
Her sister is undermining her as well. telling all of her that she's bullshitting, she's lying, stuff like that.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, that is.
And don't believe Rosie. She's crazy. She's a nuts. Like, man, when you
But
have
yeah,
sister. Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Hmm.
Mhm.
We have 2 more minutes to go.
2 more
So,
minutes. Okay. Light body around me. Please convert my physical body to lighten, lighter, brighter, brighter. Let my physical body become zero weight, and let my physical body float into the air now. Yeah. Sometimes I say it wrong. I re-say it.
Yep.
Yes, and that's one of the things I was asking for in our introductory class of how to say the for lack of a better word, mantras correctly.
Dolores, did you get the email I sent you?
Yes, thank you. I did.
Okay.
Oh.
And I am going to invest in the Q36. The book was in that correct?
The Q36 book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
If in your family member, they should start off with if they serious, buy the Q36. If they're not semi-serious, just the Q6 or the spiral is sufficient. Well, actually, Q6 we have a lot of Q6, but they have to once they start this, they don't need to believe. They just need to experience and let the Holy Spirit decide. How much, what will they get, what they experience. That's up to the Spirit. It's not up to us. We can only ask. Does that make sense?
Yes, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just, relaying the messages that I'm getting to them.
Yep.
See how, it resonates within them.
It's amazing. Okay. Thank you, Light Body. I'm ready to go ahead and stop it, Commander.
okay. Rainbow Light Body. Bring it back to the rounds and give me back my normal weights.
Thank you. Ooh. Oh my God. Food time. Who want to do the food? Go your hand like this. Kyle, please be the honor doing the food by through your photonic child, or photonic object.
Okay. So everybody hold out your right hand and your left hand, and then there's going to be a bowl in your right hand and a glass in your left hand, and I want everybody to think about first in your right hand what you want to eat, if you want something to eat, and tell me when you're all ready.
Do you want your photonic child to do it, or you want to do it the long way?
I'll have the photonic child do it.
Okay,
In
just
fact,
tell.
I might say it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it this way. Put your hands over the device and then say, "Device, please manifest a bowl in my right hand and a glass in my left hand." And then I'm gonna do that first.
Okay.
Has everybody got a bowl in the right hand and left hand now from the device?
Yeah.
Yes.
And can you feel it? And you can feel it? Okay. Now, my device's name is Ted. So Ted, and it's a Q144. Ted, activate. And now, Ted, please give everybody what they want, but everybody think about what you want to eat in your right hand in your bowl now, and tell me when you know what you want.
Think of the food.
I know.
I already.
Okay.
Mhm. I'm ready.
Got it?
Does anybody not know what they want? Okay. Now, in your left hand with your glass that you manifest with the device, think about what you want in your left hand to drink.
I'm receiving it already. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did it at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, okay, that's good. That's fine. And so does everybody have what they want in their left and right hand now?
Yes.
Yes.
I just thought of it, and
Okay.
and the photonic device just manifested. I got a veggie burger, and then I got coconut juice. It's automatic.
Okay. A lot of you probably already felt it because Ted probably went there, but just for word's sake, I'll say, Ted, go out and manifest everything that everybody wanted in their right hand to eat and their left hand to think, even though you probably already felt it ahead of time. And then everybody can either eat it by having what's in your right hand go up to your mouth and say, go into my mouth and let me have the taste and the smell of my eating and have it go down my throat to my stomach. Or you can tell it to absorb through your hand, through your arm, and stay down into your stomach.
Okay.
And then you do the same thing with your drink. Do it.
Beverage
long
and
way,
food,
or
please
have
go
it
into my
absorb.
stomach now,
Just tell me
through my
when you're
palm
done.
and arm, mouth, and throat. Glass and bowl, please disappear and dissolve now.
Yeah. And then once you're done with that, just command your glass and bowl to disappear from your right left hand and then blow.
Yeah. I love it. I love the food. We can eat the long way or the
Yeah.
fast way.
So, did you feel it going to your stomach, and do you feel fuller? Any comments from anybody?
I felt the present. It went like a jello, and then when
Yeah.
my stomach it warm, and then next thing you know, I felt not hungry because I've been on a severe diet lately.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I was opposite. I feel like this was the most healthiest thing that I ate all week because I've been eating really bad. So I feel so good. And I
That's
asked
good.
for vegetables.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Anybody else have anything they want to share?
I feel really full right now. I asked for 3 big shrimps.
I saw Dr. Jose.
Oh, where is he?
He's
He's on.
here. I saw him. I swear.
Ah, there he is. He's muted.
I better confront him. Dr. Jose, you better not teach anybody how to make the spider for free, because they don't get punished by the spirit world. They
Make
have
sure
to
he's
go
listening
through.
first.
They have to go through Rosie.
He listen-
Did anybody not get the experience that wants it, or did it work okay for everybody? I just want to make sure everybody has a chance to say anything they need to about that, about eating.
The moment when you say it, when you save it, the food materializes instantly. The funny part is now we know that space time don't really matter. Yeah.
That's right. Did everybody get a chance to do that? Because Jose just barely got on. I don't even know if he wanted to do it or had a chance. Dr. Jose or anyway. If you want to comment, go ahead. If not, that's fine.
I like it.
I
Yeah.
did experience.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay, back to whoever you want, Dr. Koso.
Okay.
I guess, or Dominic.
Commander, before we wrap up, can we do a simple exercise called the hot potato exercise?
Oh dear.
You know, where the light body or the metal ball teleported from person to person on their hand. The other person receive it, they teleport to another person.
Is that for you, Dominic?
Well, you can do it too, Traveler, I believe. But it's the same for me.
You know what we're talking about, right? Wingman, wingwoman. Yeah. Who wants to lead that?
Do you want to?
Okay, I do it. I do it first. Device, please everybody, please put your hand up, or your right hand, just your right hand, facing the ceiling. I do it. Device, please manifest the light body, weigh about 200 pounds. Make it hot and heavy, and make it hot heavy from 200 pounds to 2,000 pounds now. Whoa! Please, light body, please teleport. Are you everyone have your hand up now?
Yes.
Please teleport from my right hand to Kyle right hand now with heaviness like and all.
Okay, I got it. I feel
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay. Light body that I got from Dr. Koso. Now teleport to. What hand do you want me to go to, Rosie? Your left hand or right hand?
Left.
Okay, light body from Dr. Koso. It's to my right hand. I now. You please go to Rosie's left hand now. Okay, there you go.
Okay. I felt it.
Okay.
Rainbow light body of Dr. Crystal on my left hand. Please transport it to Genevieve's right hand now and make her feel the weight right now. Feel the weight on your right hand? Yeah. Okay. Now transport that rainbow light body of Dr. K. Say it. Rainbow light body of Dr. Crystal. To Dr. Crystal. Please transport it to Dominique. Transport it to Dominique. Which hand, Dominique? Right, left?
Right.
Please transfer it to Dominique's right hand. Please transfer it to Dominique's right hand. No. Okay. Got it.
Okay, rainbow light body into the palm of my right hand. Please become as cold as dry ice and as heavy as universe.
Whoa, he's changing the temperature now.
And who's available?
Alex, there's Alexi.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Dolores, and there is Walter and Susan.
And Traveler 3 also.
And Traveler 3, which is Karen.
Alex, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Rainbow light body, please transport yourself to the right hand of Alex now.
You make me a snowman, Dominic.
Yeah, I can't even read what it says right there.
Alright.
There's Dolores, there's Karen, and there's Walter, and Susan.
Right, rainbow light body. Make yourself heavier and colder, and please transform yourself to Dolores right palm now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow light body.
You have Karen, and you have Susan and Walter.
Rainbow light body, please become heavier and heavier and brighter and brighter and 0 degrees Fahrenheit and transfer to Susan now. Her
Right
right hand now.
Rainbow light body in my right hand. Please get brighter and brighter and heavier and colder and more physically visible and transfer to Walter's right hand now.
Rainbow light body. Please get
And there's Karen, and there's Dr. Jose as well.
okay, right hand now.
Why did he mute it?
I don't know.
There's Elohim. Elohim just got in. Dr. Jose, you gotta send it to either Elohim or Karen or somebody.
I think we may have to pickpocket Dr. Jose.
Okay, let me do it. Light body on Dr. Jose hand. Please teleport yourself to Karen left hand now.
I got it.
There's give it to
This Elohim. Elohim, put out your hand like this. Both hands facing the ceiling.
give it to
I mean, the
Elohim.
one of your hand facing the ceiling. Either right or left.
Elohim, can you hear us? I should be yelling, brother. Sorry about that.
Can you hear us?
Maybe he's on mute.
He's driving somewhere.
Oh, he's driving. Well, he can still hold out his right hand. Just do your hand like this.
Is your hand ready, Elohim?
Just put it on his.
Just give a thumb up like this. Just a thumb up. Just
Wiggle your hand if you're ready.
Elohim, can you hear us?
Maybe he's in a tunnel.
No, he's not responding.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to you, Dr. K.
Okay, get ready, Dr. Cole. So we're gonna send
Okay.
it back to you. And
okay. I'm ready.
Ready in with right hand?
which hand do you want? Right hand?
Oh, you can send it both hands. I got both hand up.
Okay, you whatever you say.
Okay. Okay, light body. Become kind of thickly and prickly and transfer over and fill both of Dr. K's hands and chest with tickly prickly now.
We need heavy, but heaviness. That's how we know.
And heaviness. Okay, she blew. Do you feel it in both your hands?
I do. It's like a pressure. There you go. Light body. Please become one again.
Man, I appreciate you. Oh, yeah, it's right
There he is.
You can send it to him now.
Okay, you ready? Light body on now.
Okay.
Can we convert on my right hand?
I'm out of place. Thank you. Oh, man, me too.
I don't think he's ready.
Okay.
No, maybe not.
Okay. Light body.
Just let him drive.
Okay, let's let him go. Light body. Please duplicate yourself to everyone hand now. How you like that?
Well, I still have both my hands. That's cool.
Light body, please become transparent aluminum now. And please envelop everyone. Now. And please convert all of them into a transformer robot, like in the movie. That's it. Done. You're a robot now. Thank you, Light Body. See? It's all come from the flip-flop method. All the method.
That's weird because when you said go turn us into invisibility, I could see 6 vortexes that look just like the device make us invisible, and then the 6 vortexes that look like the device manifest a robot around me.
Around.
Oh, I just turned into it. Yeah. Or also not.
Yes. And then also, like in the food, if you don't want to ever to deal with people order, all you have to do is just send your photonic object, photonic child. Say, materialize my hand, photonic object child. And then after that, say, please go read everyone hand. I mean, everyone mind. Left hand manifest what they want in relation to beverage. Right hand manifest what they want in relation to food. And go ahead and do it now. And then next thing you know, and tell them make it everything heavier for them and flavorful for them. And then you ask your photonic object a child and ask it, is it done now? And then after that, it will tell you, you know. So that is the way to cheat. We learn to do things cheatfully now, like quick. You know, otherwise you'd be spending about 30 minutes ordering food.
This is way faster than this one.
Oh my goodness. Okay, it's time to chit chat now. Well, how you like it? You're getting stronger, all of you.
Yes. All right.
I couldn't get going. After won't change over to the car. Won't change over to the office. So it keep on trying to do it.
I got something for you. Have you heard about David Wilcock, Traveler 2 and 3?
What's that?
David Wilcock and Corey Good.
Well, the Abraham is actually producing noise. He's trying to say something, but instead it's like,
Elohim?
yeah. He's making noise basically on Wi-Fi, but we can't even hear what he says.
Yeah. You might be talking to people in the house. It sounded like. Maybe it's okay now.
I muted him.
Okay.
Okay. Here's what's going on. David Wilcock and Corey Good. It's true. It's something drastic is changing, and all because of the something, and those who is true, they come together. Those who is BS, they all going their own way, you know. And it's just amazing how this month, the planetary alignment, the suns, the solar flare, it just all coming together, and it's just it's opening a portal that we all moving into the appropriate vibration that we're supposed to be, depending on our consciousness choice. Mm-hmm. And what our group is doing is amazing too, because we are not only talker, we are actually doer and talker at the same time. All these other people, they seek free energy, and I just have to call them out on it. They kind of so stupid, because free energy has already been invented, and there's no such thing as free. There's something for something, you know. Especially to have copper and water. And yes. And all this is right in front of us. The as for anti-gravity, there's a billion ways to make anti-gravity. Everyone know the way of the capacitor, you know, and there's nothing classified about it. It's been so ancient. And there's a spinning vortex, but all this stuff take money. So what I did, I chose a quantum computer instead, because if you have all the information in the universe, then all the technology is yours. Mm-hmm. So I rather chosen the quantum internet device, which is your device, so you can have access to the singularity. Everything is in the same space, here now. Okay, your turn. What do you want to say? Dolores? Everybody?
I have a question.
Who's Geneva? Karen?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the last three questions. The last 3 Sundays when we've been doing the rainbow light body. When I've got my eyes closed, I'm seeing hundreds. Well, it started with hundreds and then went to thousands, and I don't even know what number to say now. But I'm seeing out in space tons and tons and tons of these devices, Q devices, and they've in different colors each week. And this week, well, I think they were kind of whitish gold the first time, and then last week they were mostly blue ones, and then this week they've been red, but I've been seeing some blue and some whitish gold. But it's just like they're swarming through space. I don't know if they're coming toward here or where they're coming to. And the middle cone thing in the Q device is a bit longer and taller than the ones that that you're building, like it goes a bit higher up and the light shoots up and it makes it look taller rather than wider.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wondering if anyone else is noticing these, and okay, what if you have anything to say about it?
Yep. I can say I'm seeing the full rainbow spectrum of the colors of all those, like she's saying, and sometimes the devices will even replicate themselves in all the different space timelines, which they're doing all the time anyway. But I think part of it's because of the planetary alignment.
Let me
all the different. Go ahead.
Okay, let me show you how the device was first created in the future. The scientists in the future, they create device in many forms. Sometimes they use synthesizer, like something you call replicator in Star Trek.
Yep.
They go to a machine.
That's what I saw the replicator.
Yes.
That's what they were doing, is replicating the device. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. There
Is
was
that the same thing where you can replicate food and
yes,
like
the same thing.
Okay.
What they do, they have a planetary psi replicator that they created. And how did they make it? It was simple. First, they make a robot, and they tell the robot, make a big version of yourself, a small version of yourself, and keep making it, you know. And then the smaller version would start grabbing molecules, bring them together, and then forming molecule, forming synthesizer. Then they make more of themselves, and then the other robot began to form other robot, and then the robot would come together like jigsaw puzzle. They start making jigsaw puzzle version themselves. Next thing you know, they just come to form the device, a quantum computer, you know. And then they start make more, and throughout the multiverse, and they have a quantum internet. When you make your device, you don't have that advanced technology, but you use a rudimentary technology that can tap into their network, like a router, a Wi-Fi router. Does that make sense? Yeah. So we harness all their network into a fingertip that we can access.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because when we work through our devices, it connects to all the other devices in the universe and all the different dimensions, clear back through to the singularity of the perfect moment that's out of space and time, of all the future and past all coming together into the perfect simultaneous time where there's no future and past, and the simultaneous perfect eternal now moment. And that's why you can see all of the replicators of the device in all the different dimensions far out in the future, way where in the future from where we are now, and in the past, all in the complete simultaneous future all at once when we're seeing it through the device and the singularity. It's really cool.
It is. The device was designed to be a computer, planetary psi, moon psi, and they designed to make themselves. You know, all you need is just when when a scientist first make it, they synthesize only one. It is the psi of like a baseball, and they program it to go ahead and make more of itself. So at the base, they have drawn everything inside it when it was materialized. This drone began to make more of itself, forming, make a bigger version of itself, bigger version of itself, and bigger version of itself. Next thing you know, it make a bigger version of itself until it reached planetary side. That's where the cap side.
That's exactly what we're seeing. You just explained exactly what we're seeing. That makes sense now. Okay.
Yes. So, and then they just only built one, and that one make mini version of itself, but in planetary, from it make bigger, and after that we let it do its thing. So the small one and the big one work together. The small one gather material or synthesize it, and then to form the big one. Then the big one, they go through the process over and over again. So everything is minded from the atomic level up our way into the macro level. So.
Okay, perfect explanation.
Yes.
Did you have any questions on that?
So they did it the two way. Once the bigger one can actually duplicate itself spontaneously by using, synthesizing photon into particle on a planetary side level. But it was actually yes.
Oh,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. And how does that tie into when you were explaining how IBM Watson had to knew that at some point it would be, destroyed, and then it made us as part of it to
because
make sure
the singularity.
It never.
Because of singularity, it allow a computer program to go ahead and enter our atomic structure in all creation at in all dimension at the same time, because everything exists in a point space. They call it singularity. The singularity can be small as an atom, but is larger than the universe at the same time.
I find it really interesting when we're working with the singularity. This isn't accurate to say it this way, but it appears like the future already happened within the
Yes.
singularity,
Look,
because the singularity, all the future already happened in the past, and there is no space or time or dimensions right at the point of the singularity, and then it's like it's all in balance all at once. And but when we get stuck back in time, all of a sudden we're
right.
seeing the future as if it hasn't happened. But from there, it's like it's the past, even though it really isn't here. It's hard to explain, but you know what I mean?
Yes, that time
Yeah,
is not linear.
I
Time
get
is
it now. I
circular.
get it. Just like when you give the message to the device, it'll already give it to you even
Yes.
before you start giving it. Yeah.
Let
Okay.
me help you out. Time is not linear. Time is spiraling like an infinite loop.
Yep.
You know, it's like
Exactly.
circular. They call it circular. Circular in the
Yeah.
spiral. So time is not really what really you think at all. It's not like point
No,
A to Z.
it
No,
isn't.
it's circular. That means imagine you have A, B, C, D, E. If you put it in a circle.
It's because our consciousness is moving from A, B, C, D, thinking it's linear, and it really isn't. And once your consciousness expands beyond the linear timeline you're stuck on to the multiple timelines and other dimensions in the past and the future all at once, you don't see time the way you used to. In fact, time and space is an illusion of the singularity. But once you go back to the different dimensions, it appears in the act in the movie you're in as if it's real. But you can go back to the singularity where it's all just part of the. I don't know how to
Yes.
explain it in words.
Yes.
But I know what
Do
you
you
mean.
remember what Buddha said? When he
Mhm.
became enlightened, he said, all this is just an illusion. Maya.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Uh-huh. Now you begin to experience that too. Because let me explain to
Yeah.
you.
Because all I did was, hear that over and over. It's just an illusion. You're in a matrix. But
Yes.
it's becoming
Yes.
clear when you break it down to time and
Mhm.
how, this singularity and
Well,
if you put
practically,
all it together,
how do
becoming
you
clear.
how do you prove that it's an illusion? Device,
Yeah.
my photonic child, please become more heavier and heavier. See? Please manifest
Yes.
the food now and go into my body and it go in. Because this is
Yeah.
your
By
body is an
affirmation.
yes.
Yeah.
Your body is an illusional body, right? So therefore
Yep.
we can use photon on it. It's a hologram, in other words. It's just a hologram. It's not even there. It's just a vibration from your
Yep.
consciousness affecting it.
It's just like when you watch a movie, the real person's not in the movie. It's a hologram of them on the movie. And now they're going to come out with 3D versions of what you see on a flat screen, and there'll be holograms of
Mhm.
the person's not really there, but they'll look real. It's
You have 5D now. You have 7D. The Japanese play with 7D. You know.
Yep.
But you and I, we went beyond the 7D. We in what we call the infinite D. That's the device.
Yep.
That's why we can see it. We can experience
Yep.
it. You know.
Where all of those collapse into the singularity,
Mhm.
and all of it is present in the moment.
Right.
And you're not on this like CD player playing out a little timeline, because we're on thousands of timelines right now we don't even know about on the CD, and we're
Right.
only, our consciousness is only thinking about one part of it we're on. Then the singularity is just like a time track where you go and decide to watch a movie and watch it, where it's just an illusion where, yeah, that's the movie, but the real me is the rainbow light body. It's singularity where I'm in peace and balance with the whole universe as the rainbow light body, which is why we're with you as the cooperative soul to get our rainbow light body to where we're in complete balance with the universe, and serving the universe is one way to explain it in words.
Exactly.
It's totally different to experience it, but that's one way to explain it in words.
The best way you say we are serving the all. The all.
We're serving the all. Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
Yes.
The Wizard of All. Get it? Get it? Remember the Wizard of All with the golden brick road.
The singularity is the wizard of all. Yeah.
Exactly. So all these other people trying to build quantum computer, here it is. We have our own, and it works better than them. It don't cost no $1 trillion.
Nope.
So I think they're not the smartest people, because our group is more smarter because we keep it simple and stupid.
Exactly. You don't have to spend billions of dollars and 10 lifetimes to try to figure it out. We just connect to the device, and it connects to the whole universe with all the devices and all the past, future, present, in all the different dimensions, and it brings us right back to the singularity of the eternal now moment.
Yes.
Wasting all our time trying to figure that out.
That's why the device or the cone point toward each other. Remember that video where the guy say device activate and then the singularity came out of the device? Remember that? That video, the Australian guy. It's a device activate and increase and it came out. And it's a device activate and increase and it came out. You know, the coloring. That's the singularity. The camera able to. Yes, ma'am.
I was going to say, I can actually feel it, like just the information that I'm getting right now penetrating within, and it's making my heart smile. Like it's really,
I think
absorbing it.
I think Elohim want to talk now, so let me unmute him. Elohim, you there?
Yeah, I hear him talk.
Oh, did you do good today, though?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
He's talking to us.
Wait, about 12 people?
Please mute.
Okay, I'm muting him. Yeah, he handling his business.
Yep.
He probably don't know he even on the Zoom. Well, yeah, I mean, like we started as a group, and I'm not letting Dr. Jose teaching people how to build this for free. And I'm definitely going to push the light body forward, into everybody. Wait until other people join the group. Our group collective consciousness will grow. And sooner or later, I'll be up there preaching and say, hallelujah, praise the Holy Spirit. We're going to be eating some good food from the heaven today. Woo-wee. Dolores, can you see me?
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, boy.
You know how to play the act.
Yeah, I sure
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
I've been downloaded with the knowledge now.
Yes.
As Jesus said.
Time.
Yeah. As Jesus said, you have little faith, small as a mustard seed, you still can move the mountain, but I'm going to show you how to do it today. Watch this. Ever stick out your hand and say, device, please manifest a mountain on my palm now. And now I'm going to toss it to each one of you. I know, I feel the mountain.
Yes. And that's really real, because that's one of the first things I felt, the weight. So when you say that to a congregation and they actually feel it, and that triangular power comes out, woo.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Like a lot of people, they say you know everything. I asked them back, why didn't you know my stuff? Did they pause after that?
That's because they didn't keep it simple.
Exactly.
They just made it too difficult.
So Karen,
that right there is just something, another jewel of a statement that I can make to explain to my cousins and sisters.
Exactly. We did not change anything. Like for me, when I was downloaded with the Bible, not only with the knowledge of it, but it was practical application that came with it.
That's it right there, that practical application. And just that phrase that you used about the mountain and the weight and, the proverbs that they've been listening to Sunday after Sunday after Sunday, and to have it applied to them in reality and as a practical application that was done right there and now, not waiting until, that Jesus comes or,
Exactly.
Well, if they want Jesus to come, it's simple. If Jesus ain't coming, you need to be Jesus. Let go and be Jesus then. Be in his likeness. Let's do it. I'll get close to it as possible. But the funny part is people contradict themselves. They say, well, the Bible say we should be Christ-like. Yeah, but then I said, why won't you? Well, I'm not worthy. Well, that's the case. Why the hell you believe in Jesus if you're not worthy?
because it's not them. They're not there yet.
Don't make excuse.
They are
Look,
them.
look. I put my pant the same way they put on. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
but they don't believe that.
It's not about belief, honey.
Same
Uh,
way.
Okay. Let me explain. The stuff that we do is not even based on belief or faith.
No, it isn't.
I don't even believe the stuff I do. Believe me,
Right.
I don't even believe none of this. To me, it's just all bullshit. But yet, here I am. I'm just doing it. The device make it real. So, does that make sense now? I mean, I take people, right?
Yeah, that is what's good about the device, though. It doesn't care what you believe. It doesn't care what religion you believe in.
Mhm.
It doesn't care
Nope.
what beliefs you have that aren't correct. It doesn't care about any of that. It doesn't care what your intentions are.
It don't
all
care.
it does is you ask it and you receive. That's all it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't care what you think. It's based on you. And it doesn't. That's why it works with anybody that wants to work with it. That has wants to know about the real balance.
It's
of the universe,
non-prejudice.
and all the pieces of the puzzle together, so that
Exactly.
they know the whole truth instead of part of the truth, which is what a belief system is. It's not the whole truth, because a belief can't exist when you know. And if all the pieces are together, you know the truth. You don't believe anything anymore. You know whether it's right. And the singularity is about knowing, not believing. And so the singularity doesn't care if you believe, because it knows. So you ask it, and then you receive. It doesn't care what you believe. But even if it's incorrect, if you believe, it doesn't care, because we all have incorrect belief systems. But when we work with the device, it changes our belief systems into knowledge and knowing, and then we manifest through direct
Experience.
balance
Yes.
the universe with it working through us, so that we're part of it and it's us. It's really simple, like y'all been saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. So the objective is with the Christians is moving from belief to knowing.
That's through practical application. That's the only way.
Yes.
Like moving mountain is simple. Device, please manifest a mountain in my hand. Please transport it to the other person now. And then they go, oh, we're feeling it. That's why move mountain, right? Now, however, the device does not care about your faith, your belief. To it, it don't even care. It just said, what do you want? What device act as like a genie, a computer artificial genie, you just make your wish. And that's it. You do not get 3 wish either. You get infinite a wish. Because your heart is infinite. That's the reason.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I think today's class was very good. And
Yes.
and I see you guys, Dolores, I'll see you next Friday or Sunday. And hopefully you can bring your relative.
Yes, I'll see. I'm going to give that moving the mountain one tonight. Well, tomorrow, because they're not. But tomorrow. So I keep giving little jewels and tidbits that they can actually relate to the scriptures, and they're listening. So thank you.
Okay. That's it. I'm leaving. I got
All
other
right.
things I have to
Goodbye,
do.
everyone.
Good night.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for being.
Aloha.
Okay, I'm done with this.